Hey everyone, and welcome to this morning's edition of the Biker Angle. How's your weekend going, guys? You guys out there riding up, killing the asphalt, man, tearing that shit up, and hopefully getting some pussy, man. That's what it's all about, beer drinking and pussy, I'm telling you. But I want to welcome back Agitated Ramblings is getting this channel back up and going. That is awesome shit right there, man. Go over there and subscribe, help the guy out, and show him some support. It's always good having more content creators here on YouTube within the biker community. And yeah, go over there and give him some support, man. And Agitated Ramblings, don't let the haters fuck with you, man. Screw them. You know, fuck them if they don't like it. You know, with me, if I'm not getting, my email box flooded with hate mail, I'm not doing the shit right. So, but go out there, do your thing. Also, Fire, he's got his YouTube channel up, and he's got some deep shit that he talks about over there, so I really enjoy that. Then, of course, you got Dibs, you got Dragon, and a whole host of other content creators, so welcome to the crowd there, Agitated Ramblings. So we'll help you as much as we can out there. But today, I wanted to break loose a little bit, especially with one of the comments that were put on the video yesterday I like to address. And it's a good debate starter, man. It really is. And it's about time that we debate a lot of stuff in the biker community. So let's take this comment right here. It goes, Hollywood, you sure talk the shit as if you're an outlaw biker guru. I don't get it. Yeah, your little show here is cool and all, but nobody cares about what one thinks about how one should be. Or this ain't how to be. It is as simple as this. A man who has his heart, soul, and mind to what he is about and lives it, being his own man, not just talking the talk, but actually walking the walk when others are looking or not. One chooses to live the life and his actions prove it. Real deal. Me personally, a man gotta do what he deems fit. Give a fuck less about what somebody else thinks, says, and so forth. You all know an outlaw when you see one, and that's that. Opinions? Who cares, right? Unless they're asked for. Well, you know what? You are dead on, Robert. Dead on. I am only one man, and who gives a shit about any man's opinion? You are damn straight on that one, man. And opinions are like assholes. But the reason for this show is to get a debate started, and maybe get out there and help people think about what's going on out there. Now, the one video that came up with this was yesterday's motorcycle club members. This isn't the 2018 or some shit like that. I forgot the title, but it had to do with the pagans. 16 of them got busted down in Florida, and a lot of meth was recovered. Some good quantities and shit like that. And my whole opinion on the situation was, hey, this is 2018. This ain't 1970. This ain't 1980. Not 1990 when I came in. You can't do that shit anymore. The technology is just outrageous. You can't even take a piss without being on a camera nowadays. So that was my entire opinion on that situation. Yeah, are people going to do what they want to do? Yeah, they're going to do what they want to do. They want to face the time, go face the fucking time. It don't matter. But what does matter is, this whole premise of when shit like this goes down, it's all over in the newspapers. They start calling, clubs gangs and shit like that. And then you see people coming out, hey, it's a motorcycle club, not a motorcycle gang. Let's be real with each other here. You guys want to be real? Let's be real. You out there slinging dope, or you're out there freaking shooting people, or, you're out there, going after territory. You really think it's wise to call it a club? Yeah, there's fucking one or two or, maybe five or six or whatever it may be people doing it. But it still reflects on the club. So how can you go out there and expect people like us to try to defend clubs when that kind of shit's going on? It's gangster shit there, let's be honest, man. It is hardcore gangster shit that's what's going on. And, I know I get a little, a lot of people asking, well, what's your history, shit like that. And a lot of times I kept that, to myself because I don't like talking about me. I'd rather be out there talking about what's going on in the biker scene and how to make it better. But here's what I do know. I'm not no outlaw biker guru. I'm no fucking expert. Never have been, never will be. And if anybody out there is telling you that they are, they're full of shit. Because this is a scene that's ever changing with so many moving parts that nobody's going to ever be an expert in this shit, man. Who's an expert in life? Not a person. So, what I do know is the experiences that I had, I might be able to share to try to make things better. Let's see here. Everybody knows I grew up in Chicago. Shit, I'm outside of Chicago now. About an hour. I moved more north because Chicago was getting fucking bad, man, and I wasn't going to raise kids in Chicago anymore. It ain't nothing like it used to be, nothing like it was when I was growing up. Shit is all upside down in Chicago. Man, the fucking gangs are out there killing each other. They are going nuts. There's a reason why they call it Shy fucking Rock, man. And, well, you guys see it on the news all the time. So that's why I got out of Chicago to raise the kids and stuff away from there. But, yeah, I'm born and bred Chicago, man. I don't give a fuck who thinks they know different. I'm born and fucking bred Chicago. I've heard that, but I'm not going to get into that drama, that political bullshit. I'm going to keep this straight and narrow. But growing up in Chicago, I grew up in Elmwood Park, right across the street from the borderline, right there on Grand and Harlem. I also grew up in Melrose Park. And if anybody knows those towns, you know how shit runs out there and who ran it. But I started off early, man, 9 years old. I was jumped in to the Simon City Royals. If you guys don't know what that is, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Go look it up. But I was with them all the way up until I joined the Predadoras motorcycle club in the early 90s. It was a mostly Latino white club. It was a little different because, we had the MC side of things. That was us on the streets. And then you had prison chapters, man. And the prison chapters, yeah, there's a reason for those. But we always thought, hey, you're eventually going to end up in the joint. And when I started off, it was put to me, quite frankly, this was bred to me as a kid, is you either got two choices in this lifestyle. You're either going to die or you're going to end up doing some hard fucking time. And I accepted that. I accepted the game. Coming up through the Royals and stuff, we established one of the hardcore chapters of the Royals in Franklin Park. Me, Stokes, and Cicero Red. But yeah, I got that experience through the street and stuff like that. It's not something I'm proud of, but there was some good fucking guys too in that shit. Yeah, it was banging. That's the way you lived in the streets of Chicago. But with the Predadoras, loved it. Yeah, I actually got some pictures because people have been asking for some pictures and shit like that. So I'm going to throw it up. Most of this stuff you'll find in the book that's coming out September 1st. And you know what, guys? I really appreciate all the pre-orders. I woke up this morning, checked it, and it was at 500. I was like, holy shit, man. I didn't know I had that many people want to check it out. But there's a lot of stuff in the book that's going to come as a big surprise to a lot of people. Let me tell you, some shit in there that people would have never expected. It comes as an investigation, or if you will, the last couple months that we've been doing. So you'll be able to see that. I got the link in the description box. You can go to pre-order there. It's $5.99. That's the ebook edition. I was also told that the paper book's going to be released, I believe, the 1st of September or no later than the middle of September. And if you'd like a signed one, then I'll have my own personal site where you to get them and all that good shit. But yeah, that's my pedigree growing up. Then I got into the Predators, and then went on to be a Black Piston. So it is what it is. I grew up in a fucking fucked up neighborhood. People talk about Mannheim Road. It's a big, actually a famous street around Chicagoland area. My pops, he actually owned a bar, Luna's Hideout. It was right next to the Playpa, and that was a fucking Thunderdome over there. So yeah, when people talk about that road, I know it exactly. And the neighborhood gives up its secrets to those that were in, It's some kind of neighborhood, let me tell you. But getting back to this, no, I'm not no outlaw biker guru, man. I like starting a debate. I know where I came from. I know where I've been. And, I did it with sacrifices to my family. Growing up, during the 90s and shit, it was nothing but club. I didn't give a fuck about anything else. I had kids, and I sacrificed that to be with the club. And, regrettably, that one of my kids right now, and this hasn't been out, but yeah, he's up for first-degree murder right now, and facing some hard fucking time. And that's partially because of my fault, because he always looked up to me, seen what I was doing out there, and I really wasn't involved with him. And now he's facing, well, they just offered him 45 fucking years, but he don't take it, or he goes to trial. He's looking at life. And that's one thing I did, was fail the kids. Thank God for the old lady. She was there. She got our older ones, going straight. While I was out on the fucking road, I was doing this, I was doing that. All during the 90s when I was running the fucking broads with the escort services, and, and then later on, but she really stuck with me, and I got to give the old lady credit for that. There's not a lot of good old ladies out there. There really ain't. You got a lot that talk to shit, but not many that'll walk it with you. It's a hard thing being an old lady with a club member or with a guy on the streets. So, me, I'm a little different when it comes to motorcycle clubs. I had that street shit bred into me where I really didn't trust a damn motherfucking soul. That's the only way you stay out of fucking jail. And I remember, because I was running numbers at 15 years old, they used to have these gambling machines that are now legal, but they used to be illegal back then. They were set up in, greasy spoons. They were set up in bars. And, Mannheim Road was actually a route that I would do, because I'd take, they go there, empty the fucking machines. I take the slips and the money, and, get them to their destinations, running that shit. So I was told straight up, straightforward by the Italian guys, because, that's who was running the shit. And told straight up, don't ever trust anybody. They actually made me take out my wallet. And I'll never forget this. He said, take out your wallet. The guy had to be, fucking 75 years old. And he was a good friend of my great uncle, James Machikari. And that's another thing. I've used Machikari since I was a kid. It's my grandmother's maiden name. And that's what I've used. So, anybody ask about that, that's where it fucking comes from. Look it up. But anyway, he was a friend of my great uncle's, and he sat me down, take out my wallet. He said, pull out that fucking ID. So I pulled out that ID, and he said, now look at it. That's the only motherfucker that you can ever trust in this life. And that's been bred to, to this day again. So when I talk about Brotherhood and stuff like that, me, it's more of a family type of deal, blood related. And I know I caught heat over that shit, but that's just how I was raised, man. That's how it was back then. You can always tell when somebody's actually from Chicago. You really can. And you can tell who the carpetbaggers are, or the ones who want to live off of Chicago's freaking reputation. Because you just see how they handle themselves. You can see how much they talk. And, yeah. But I ain't going to go there. Again, I'm going to keep this pretty cool. You know, I gave my word I would, and I'm gonna. But that's a little bit about me there. Some of the pictures, I was a young buck, man. Holy shit, was I a young buck in this Predator's pictures, and, you know, the business up in front and party in the back hairdo. Then, of course, you had the Black Piston pictures, and, you know, some of the guys in there are Red, Rooster, Moon. We had Clean. Now, that was a tight-knit Brotherhood, man. You want to talk Brotherhood? That was Brotherhood. We were together every single fucking day. You know, the parties were amazing. The rides were amazing. Shit, I remember the rides up the Oregon, guys. Personally, I think Red did a goddamn fucking Indian rain dance every time before we were about to go, because it poured piss on us every time we came back. But, yeah, those were good fucking times in the Pistons and shit like that. Real good guys, man. Real good fucking guys. Real fucking good guys. But, yeah, that's just some of my experience, man. Never claimed to be an expert, never will be. So, hopefully, you know, enjoy the pictures. You know, read the book a little bit. You know, guys, go over there and get the book for me. That helps support the channel. And so does our subscribers, where the bigger we get, the better it is for us. And that way we can always bring this content free to you guys and never have to worry about charging anything. Because, you know, one thing I believed was everything should be free. So, but with that, you know, you guys have a good weekend, and keep the rubber side down, as they say. Don't forget, get over there to Agitated Ramblings channel. You just got it back up again. So it helps that kind of guy out. But hopefully, Roger, I was able to answer your question a little bit. And thanks for the debate. And you guys stay safe out there, and I'll kick it with you later.